Here's the one final hello for the semester. My name is Nina Torres, and this is my analysis and applied knowledge towards our 5 learning goals. Learning Goal 3.1 asks, explain how historical and/or philosophical investigation of human experience reveals multiple views of human condition. There are many ways to define human condition. Generally, it is the state or condition of being human, especially regarded as being inherently problematic or flawed. Many examples of human condition are displayed in the Great Decision article, Refugees and Global Migration. Alienation and isolation run millions of immigrants and migrants' lives each day. Most immigrants in this article are trying to be accepted or permitted into other countries to seek asylum. If they are allowed into another country, they are usually isolated and discriminated against. They are stuck without help and must fend for themselves. As a human society, we should care for those who can't help themselves. Human condition also includes equality. Even immigrants should be given the same rights and opportunities as native-born citizens. On the other side of the spectrum, with most of the same human conditions, is the battle many immigrants in America are facing: deportation. Deportation has escalated because of our position on alien residents and Trump wanting to build the wall. Many people who are being deported are on expired visas or green cards and never got their citizenship. By means of human condition, the best way to live together has been proven by the diversity and assimilation of different ideas created by the United States. The ages of people being deported is across the board. Some of these people have been living here for many years. By nature, we are being selfish by deporting people who have been here and are just trying to live their best American life. Deportation has escalated throughout the world. The United Nations is concerned we are violating human rights and displaying the harshness of human condition. Learning Goal 3.2 says, describe international problems, achievements, and aspirations of the U.S. and other nations and cultures. In the Great Decisions article, Decoding U.S. and China Trade, the problem is mainly felt by the U.S. In 2015, China overtook the U.S.'s GDP. Each country has different achievements. China has the highest GDP and makes millions of dollars on imports to the U.S. One in particular is Apple products. Some achievements of the U.S. is that we have $60 trillion more in private wealth and $45 trillion more in national wealth than China. We also have a better safety record than China. Some aspirations of the U.S. would be to overtake China's GDP, make and buy more American products, and tax China's carbon dioxide emissions for safer and higher quality products. Some aspirations of China would be to maintain an increasing GDP, increase national wealth, and increase safety records for their products. Another international problem is AIDS. The United Nations is working hard to decrease the number of people with AIDS, decrease the number of new infections, and increase the number of children with HIV by 35%. The United Nations aspire to completely rid the world of AIDS by 2030 and treat those who are not currently getting treated. Another international situation is atomic energy. As of 2018, 30 countries worldwide are operating over 450 nuclear reactors and producing about 16% of the world's electricity. This is a huge achievement. However, nuclear energy comes with many safety problems. Plant accidents cause irreversible damage to the area and the people. It also causes many medical conditions. Another problem with nuclear energy is nuclear weapons. Nuclear terrorism could kill millions, if not the entire planet, if we were to encounter a nuclear war. The modern-day damage would be worse than the bombings on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The United Nations aspires to minimize all safety issues with atomic energy and possibly find a way to make it cheaper. Learning Goal 3.3 says, evaluate the effects of global interconnectedness on individuals, communities, businesses, and societies. Global interconnectedness refers to the ability to understand and function in an increasingly multicultural environment. As described in the Great Decisions article, The Rise of Populism in Europe, global interconnectedness has caused an increase in populism around the world. Many countries are following in the lead of the U.S. by decreasing the number of immigrants allowed in their country. Global interconnectedness helps individuals become more successful and informed as citizens in a diverse national and global society. It does much of the same for communities and societies. It helps us all come together as a human family. As for businesses, they prosper significantly off of global interconnectedness. An example is Apple. Their products are sold all over the world. They are extremely successful and they are the biggest company in the United States. Apple also brings global interconnectedness to everyone by making technology that allows people to communicate anytime and anywhere. Another example is McDonaldization. The world is so connected, it even shares restaurant chains in different countries. It is good for the company, but bad for the matter that all societies are gravitating more towards fast food. Learning Goal 3.4 says, participate actively and productively as a team member and leader in a chosen area of community service for the common good. Earlier in the semester, I talked about attending a SOAP meeting to help end and give more awareness to human trafficking. This past Sunday, April 13th, I went to a SOAP Project fundraiser fashion show. We dressed my sister up to walk the runway in support. We fundraised about $6,000 from one short event. It is important to educate yourself and others about human trafficking because it truly is modern-day slavery, and it does not get as much support as it should. Learning Goal 3.5 says, develop a value for responsible citizenship and civic engagement. It is extremely important to be a responsible citizen. Responsible citizens always do the right things and make sure safety, well-being, and quality of life for the community are a priority. Civic engagement means working to make a difference in the civil life of our communities and developing the combination of knowledge, skills, values, and motivation to make a difference. Some examples of civic participation include paying your taxes, voting, cleaning your neighborhood, volunteering, etc. As a citizen of the United States, it is important to do these things because there are many people who would love to be in your position. I think the most important value of citizenship is to help your neighbor. It is important to always be kind and help one another. Positivity spreads very quickly.